A lot of women are soon to have a very rude awakening. What do I mean by that? This video was inspired by a conversation that I had with a female friend from the gym. I talked about her in another video. We talked for a while, and this is something else that had come up with her. Dating came up, and she went on to talk about how she's enjoying being single. She's now at a point where she just prefers being single. And as we dove a little deeper, she said things like, women don't need men anymore. Women are making their own money now. They don't need the protection from the barbaric, abusive, controlling lunatics of the past. And I told her, you do understand that what you're saying is pure, unappreciative arrogance. You are operating in a world, in a system, a structure, a big machine that leans on good men upholding those laws and values and all the safeties and luxuries that you're now, taking for granted. She's taken for granted the roof not leaking. She's taken for granted the electricity working. She's taken for granted the water running. She's taken for granted the fact that it's going to take good men to protect her from the monsters if the monsters decide to show their face. And if we step back and think a little deeper with the current dating situations and just the economy and everything, most young men are not happy. Most young men have at least they feel like they have no good reason to be a good man. Very de-incentivized. That should scare women. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that from a realistic point of view. When good, decent men are, spit on, for lack of a better term, by all the women around them, they can turn into the monsters really, really fast. And I worry all the time about our future as a society when I see this many young men that are not happy. They're not happy with their dating situation or lack thereof. They're not happy financially. And that coupled up with women using their sexuality, a lot of women, let me be clear, not all of them, a lot of women using their sexuality to make more money than ever before. With that comes arrogance and confidence and putting down all these men. You got the internet giving these young women all the attention in the world because now the dating market has become global. So these young men in their area have to compete with the smartphone. It's not going to happen. As a young man, you don't have, two nickels to rub together. You're not competing with all these men across the world that she has access to now. We have a society full of very de-incentivized, broken, angry young men. And I think when I heard her discuss this stuff and she didn't like the things I was saying, like I'm saying now, she's really taken for granted the fact that good men are upholding the structure that she takes for granted. In fact, she kind of puts it down. Talks bad about how bad it is and this. You're living in the greatest country in the world. And that's not meant to be controversial to you guys. I mean, you can argue that all you want, but she's got it a lot better as a woman than the vast majority of women around the world. And there was zero appreciation for the men that built this and maintain it today. There was zero appreciation for the safety that she takes for granted. Zero appreciation for the men that are respectful, even if she's not so nice to them. That arrogance that a lot of women are showing today, and a lot of women are displaying today, and a lot of women are just feeling today, that arrogance could quickly be changed. And I hope this isn't the case and whatnot, but all of these angry young men, these broken young men that have no hope. They feel beaten, they feel down, they feel robbed, they feel scammed. You just expect those guys to stay good guys. While you, as you said yourself, get the bag. Women are making more money than ever before. Especially with the DEI stuff and especially with the, the sexual market. You can just make money with it online. These angry young men are liable to not play by the rules that you're benefiting from so much, ladies. Because the average young man that reaches out to me, he is often disrespected by his female peers. He is often rejected by all of his female peers. He's made fun of. He's put down. He's embarrassed. He's shamed. Like, I hear this stuff all the time. Constantly. And I always try to be an ear for these guys to confide in. But I think to myself, man, this guy, like the last guy, and the last guy, and the last guy, is on the verge of becoming a bad guy, becoming a villain. They're on the verge of that because they're looking around at this world where, and let's be clear, they're doing the heavy lifting. These men are doing the heavy lifting. They're the ones that are, most of their jobs are unappreciated. Most men out here today that are working on these job sites, building, maintaining houses and commercial buildings, or delivering stuff in trucks, or just residential packages, or big trucks going to stores. Guys that are mowing the grass and keeping the roads clean and the sewage, they're getting no appreciation. Make no mistake, they get literally no appreciation. In fact, people, especially the opposite sex, often not, I think overlooking them is an understatement. I was going to say they're overlooked, but overlooked is an understatement. They're almost treated like they're a nuisance. Not only do they not get the appreciation they deserve, they feel like they're a nuisance. They're treated like a nuisance. How much longer do you expect them to be the good guys? I hope they stay good guys, but I'm telling you right now, ladies, saying the things that she said, like making fun of men in the dating market and laughing about how you're making great money. You don't need a guy. You don't really want a guy. It ain't the 1950s anymore. You don't have to do anything. Well, they don't have to be gentlemen either. They don't have to be. The bad guys are only kept in line by the good guys. And right now, it feels like with the younger generation, the good guys are going to start dropping off more and more, maybe even joining the bad guy team. Maybe joining Team Villain. I pray that doesn't happen. That's a scary world. But the more I see these women being arrogant and rude, putting down men, making fun of men, making them feel not good enough when they're busting their ass, or at least trying to bust their ass, getting no appreciation, no pat on the back, no respect for their efforts. You might see a lot of people in the future becoming a villain. That's scary. And I don't think many women understand those possibilities. You know what I'm saying?